Hi folks, Chris here with MPC Remote Start. Today I'm going to take this remote start and show you how to install it into this 2017 Toyota RAV4 key to start. I'm going to show you what's included in the box, what tools we're going to need to complete the install. So let's get started. Okay, let's go ahead and show you what's included in the box. First off, we're going to point out the shipping label. The shipping label will have the QR code that you're going to scan to download your tip sheet to complete your install. So let's go ahead and open the box and show you what's inside. So here we're going to have the MPC Remote Start module, the Toyota plug-and-play T-harness, the Toyota ignition harness, extra connectors that are needed for your install kit, your connectors, and the MPC panel puller. So these are the tools we're going to use today to complete our installation. We're going to be using our wireless drill, our crimpers, pliers, our wire strippers, a Phillips screwdriver, 10mm socket wrench, connectors, and zip ties. Let's get started. Okay, to get started, we're going to need to remove this lower dash panel here. By doing that, we're going to remove this screw here and this screw here. Okay, so to remove the panel, we're going to go ahead and just unclip it here. And it pops right down. Okay, so next we're going to have to remove this lower column jacket here. To do so, we're going to have to turn the steering wheel to the left. Before we can do that, turn the ignition key to one click for the accessory. That'll unlock the wheel. Now go ahead and turn the steering wheel to the left. By doing so, it'll expose the screw right here to the column. We're going to go ahead and remove this screw. Now we need to turn the wheel to the right to expose the other screw. So we're going to go ahead and remove this screw here now. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take our panel puller and we're going to go ahead and separate the column here. We're going to snap it up so that it pulls apart. That way we can now remove the top part of the column and then slide down the back and remove the lower portion of the back. All right, so this is the ignition connector that we need to remove for our T-harness. Push it on the tab, pull it out. Take the factory connector, you're going to plug it into the female connector of the T-harness, making sure that it snaps into place securely. Take the male connector, we're going to plug it into the ignition connection here. Make sure it's got a firm connection. Now we're going to go ahead and route the remote start module connector down through the back side here so that you can get it underneath. So go ahead and pull it through. And now we'll be able to make the connection down here. All right, so to make the 30-pin connection at the back of the BCM, we're going to reach up underneath the dash right behind the OBD2, and you'll see the fuse box. Right there where the fuse box is the 30-pin white connector. You're going to reach in, unclip it, and unplug it, and then we're going to make our T-harness connection from there. All right, so we take the female connector of the T-harness, clip it into place to the male connector from the factory. Now we're going to take the male plug and we're going to plug it in to the factory BCM. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the T-harness connections for the OBD2 connector. To do so, on the sides, there's these little push-in pins. Push that in. That will release the OBD from its connector. And now we can go ahead and make the connections using our T-harness. Take the female connector from your T-harness, plug it into your factory connector, making sure that connection plugs into place, and push that right into your factory connection. Okay, now to get to our next connection, we're going to have to pull off this kick panel here. So unscrew this little plastic nut and then pull this up out of place. And then you basically will grab the panel from here, and that's going to release this. Okay, we've removed the kick panel cover. And what you're going to do now is you're going to see this connector right here. It's either going to be white or gray, and you're going to locate the pink wire in pin 2. I've already made a T-tap connection here for it, and this is the wire we're going to connect to using the orange wire from the TY10 T-harness. Okay, there we go. That's the disarm connection, and we're going to move on to our ground connection, which you're seeing on this factory bolt right here, and that's going to go to the black wire that's coming from the ignition connector. So we're going to go ahead and make that connection there. And there you have it, there's your ground connection. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take the red 6-pin connector that's included in your kit. We only need to use the white red and the white green wires, so you can cut these wires short here that are not used. We're going to take those two wires and we're going to run them through the center dash area over to the passenger side to make the TPMS connection. All right, so we're going to go ahead and feed this through the center dash area. We're just going to grab them and feed them through, and then we'll go to the other side and pull them through. Okay, grab the wires we ran through. We're going to go ahead and pull them directly through. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove this panel real quick. Unbolt the plastic nut here. You're going to lift up on this kick panel here. Then you should be able to slide that directly out for us to access the TPMS wire. Okay, this is the blue connector right here at the bottom that we're going to need to grab our TPMS connection at. It's a tan wire in the connector. I'm going to remove it and show you the wire that we need to gain access to. So this tan wire right here, that is our TPMS wire. This is the wire here that we're going to go ahead and cut and make the connection to with the wires we ran through the dash. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take the TPMS wire. What you do is you cut it in half. Okay, with it cut in half, you're going to have two leads. One that's leading back to the connector and one that's leading back to the vehicle. Now the one that's leading back to the connector, strip open, connect our butt connector to it. Okay. The white-red wire on the 6-pin connector is what connects to the connector side of the TPMS. Okay, good solid connection there. Now we're going to do the same with the other end. Okay, and the white-green. And there's our connection for the TPMS. We'll go ahead and plug the blue connector back in. There we go. Then we're going to go ahead and route these wires up and underneath. Okay, we're ready to program the module. By doing so, we're going to press and hold down the program button. While holding down the program button, you plug in the 6-pin connector. The lights are going to start to alternate. You're going to let go on a red and blue together. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and plug in the rest of the connectors. Okay. Press the program button 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waiting for the lights to flash 10 times. Put the key into the ignition. Turn the key to the on position. There's our red and blue flashing. And we should get blue flash. There's our blue flash. Turn the ignition key to the off position. Pull it out and we're programmed. All right, all our connections and programmings are complete. What we're going to do right now is just a quick test start, make sure everything comes on the way it's supposed to. All doors for this vehicle must be closed, and then it's lock, lock, lock. Module's activated, powered the ignitions, and the vehicle's started. We'll do a shutdown just from the brake, and we're good to go. Now we just got to do a reassemble. So to do your remote start and takeover, first you're going to press the remote start lock button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's going to activate the remote start. To do your takeover, simply just unlock the door, enter your vehicle, go ahead and shut the door, put the key into the ignition, turn it to the full on position, step on the brake pedal. That will disengage the remote start, allow you to step on the brake and put the car in gear and drive away.